Hello, this is a response to John's thread, 100 subscribers thread about autographs. Just like Carsten Olsen, I've never been into hunting autographs, but over the years I have managed to get a couple. I'll show this in random order. Let's start with this one. Last year I was at a Q-Stone gig when they reformed for a few gigs, and after the gig I bought Heikki Silvennoinen solo album Blues Blue Sky, which was already signed here. Then my first one was in '86. I had a friend who introduced me to a lot of music. He was always getting to know something. He was very enthusiastic about them. He played them to me, and soon after he got bored with them and he sold them to me. And one day he came to me with this photograph, and it's signed by Steve Harris. And sometime later he came to me and asked me that do I want this? Yeah, sure, why not? I think we made some kind of a trade, but I have no recollection on what I gave him for this one. Then a couple of years ago I was at ESP gig, and I was looking at the records there, thinking what I might buy, and I believe it was their road manager, and he was making me some kind of a deal that if you buy that record and that photograph you get it for such and such price. But I told him that I'm not going to buy anything before the gig, that I'll buy after the gig if I feel like it. That's when he mentioned that the guys will come to the table after the gig and they will sign the whatever you are buying. So I bought Live in Japan, which is signed by all 4 members. Okay, then not exactly an autograph, but something to do with the autograph. 1985, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley came to Helsinki to do some PR work for the Asylum album, which was about to be released. And I heard of the hotel that they were supposedly staying at, so I went there. And I met up there with a bunch of guys, and they told that they had some time earlier opened the window and thrown some papers with autographs in them. So I stayed there waiting for it, hoping that that would happen sometime later again. And after what seemed like a very long time, for a young kid, any time waiting is a long time. They did. They opened up the window. First they just waved a hand, and then just a moment later I saw Paul Stanley sort of like going this, and I saw papers started going, and of course they were just the pieces of paper. I think they were like those notepads that you have by the phone at hotels, and the paper started twirling down and going every which way. But anyway, I noticed something little, but I didn't pay any attention to it because I looked at those papers. And after a second or two, I heard a little bit of a clink. I noticed something from the corner of my eye. I heard a little bit of a clink sound. So I started looking around, and I noticed a pen. Paul Stanley obviously had the pen in his hand when he threw those, and that slipped off from his hand. This is not exactly a rock star's pen, just an ordinary pen, probably just a pen that was there by the phone. So I got this one. So let's see if this actually still works. After nearly 30 years, I'm kind of amazed if it still works, but let's see. It started working straight away. Amazing. Nearly 30 years and still works. Okay, the only one that I'm actually proud of having as autographs was in the summer of 1998. I was at a Elvis Presley fan club meeting, and yeah, actually I can say the date sort of. It was to the day 30 years after Elvis filmed 68 Compact Special, that sit down section where they sit in that small square stage and play mostly acoustically. So Scotty Moore and DJ Fontana was there, and I met them. They had a Q&A session and they signed photographs. So if you can tell in a photograph, that's DJ Fontana there and Scotty Moore, and they signed it. So yeah, this is something special, I feel. So I'm very happy to have this one. But yeah, that's it. That's all the autographs that I have. Hope you like this, John. Thanks.